So today I got 2 more of these. This I bought last week. I remind that I don't have a working screen on this old camera, so I have to aim it. I don't know how well it will be visible, but anyway, I got 2 more. One I keep inside, and 2 I need to put somewhere which is not much sunlight. Perhaps this box will do. Yeah, it's a little bit hot from inside, but if I put another cover on top, then it will do. So and maybe I can buy a sign here that fire extinguishers are inside, just in case if I'm not myself here and something happens. Yeah, actually this is a good point. I can put it there on a chair. 1 second, I stop the camera. So this place is pretty good for that. I mean, if somebody throws a cigarette and starts to burn here, then I have fire department right below there on the length of the eyesight, so they will see if smoke comes here. But if it's from inside or whatever, it's mostly for myself. But here it's nicely under the shadow, and only in the evening is a little bit of sun for an hour or 2 here, so it's not terrible for this box. It's not too bad for fire extinguishers. In my life condition here, I don't think that I even need to have these, but better safe than sorry. Just for myself. I fix it after. For this kind of fire, I already spoke last year to a specialist there who are working on in the fire department. They said for this kind of fire is the best water, not any extinguisher. And I have plenty of water here, at least for a small fire when it begins, and I have plenty of buckets, so I'm safe. But if it starts and if it's been dry for a very long time, then in 10 minutes it'll be all gone. Nothing helps. So just in case if some battery starts to have some issues, heating up too much and getting out fire, then I have plenty of power banks, around 10 or more. Definitely more, around 15-20 power banks here, so fire extinguisher is mostly for this kind of fire. This is powder, so that's perfect for that. But it will be not enough for a garden fire. So maybe I should raise down some. Actually, here is already enough space between garden and between the cave and fence. Here maybe I should cut down this one to leave a little bit of space between that area and this garden. I'll think about it. Anyway, this cave is more meant to be drowned than burnt. But there are some black marks of last fire 6-7 years ago. All the hill was burning. You see the stones. Sun is actually from behind me, so it's clearly visible now. This angle there, the stones are still black after almost 10 years. 6, 7, 8 years now after a big fire here. You see the roots here. These are all burnt old trees, and I threw away from when I came here. I collected all the burnt pieces of wood and plastic and other stuff, so I threw it all out. So just let them know that you can't be prepared for every case in life. But I've been waiting for these fire extinguishers for over a year, I think, because in France, in my place, I had perhaps 5 of them. I lived in a bit bigger place than this one here, and they were very cheap, like 11 euros. And here I couldn't find them anywhere until now we came to supermarket for 13 euros, 12.90. And finally I was able to afford to buy them. Otherwise they were like 50 or 100 euros, I don't remember, if I buy from professional shops. And what I wanted to say, yeah, I've been waiting for, finally I came, and today when I went to buy 2 more, there was only 2 left, so people grabbed them all. It was almost gone in just less than a week. So I did it right that I went today to buy 2 more, and I got them. I don't need to hear more than that. I love this place. I here shadow, nice. If I could put some table, well, but it's gonna be dust coming on my head from above, so it's not the best place to work on my projects on internet. So I better I still be working inside the cave. It's a bit safer. Sometime here some small stones, and in 1 year I got only little stone on my shoulder, hit me directly, but I guess these are the birds. Birds are making a mess sometimes, messing around and moving their corner, and they are messing around, and pebbles are sometimes falling and flying around. Otherwise it's quite calm here. Once last year some officials came here and said, oh, it's too dangerous to live here. I said, look at these stones. They are so round that it takes 10,000 years, or at least a few thousand years, to make them such round stones with the water. So they've been here for a long time. This is not a dangerous place. And outside there are some places where fresh cut of stone. You can see from here some fresh angles here, but these are cut down purpose, like 20 years ago or more, when we're building the new road here. So it looks like these stones are hanging above the head, but first I was walking here very carefully, looking up all the time, but now I don't care anymore, because anyway, if something starts to fall you can hear before cracking and small pebbles, so there is always time to walk away from these falling rocks if it starts to fall. But it can be another 10,000 years before something starts to crack here, or an earthquake. I've seen a road. One road is just behind the corner there, a little bit further away. There all the rocks are like above the head, and the buildings are built on top of that. So I don't know. I wouldn't like to live there on top. It wouldn't feel safe, but here is nothing. And I have always here makes a lot of noise if something starts to fall, even small stones. So far I'm good. So the more important is here the fire safety, especially in summer. So let's call it that I'm now prepared for any fire here. Just need to cut down these plants, make a little bit of space between outside perimeter. Even though with strong wind it will not help, but sometimes, most cases it will. Anyway, have a look on my website. There are very interesting developments in my studies, things which I learn about time, what is time, and much more different stuff. We'll find out.